So aesthetic mini vlogs are so popular on Instagram and TikTok right now, and I absolutely love creating them. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how I edit my aesthetic mini vlogs for my Instagram as well as TikTok. You guys seem to love them as well, and I'm so excited to share some of the tips that I've learned. And as always, there will be timestamps on the screen as well as in the description down below for your convenience. So let's get into it. So first things first is to download the CapCut app. I've recently fallen in love with this new editing software, especially on your phone. It has hundreds and hundreds of very beautiful aesthetic filters, effects, animations, you name it. I will leave a link down in the description as well for CapCut. It's absolutely free, which is great if you are a beginner in, YouTube or even just on Instagram or TikTok. So you will see on your top left, you have new project as well as shortcut. If you go into shortcut, you can just basically click all the videos that you have. So I'm going to recreate this coffee reel that I've done on my Instagram, and you can basically just select all of your clips, or you can go to photos, or if you want to do like a mixture between the two, photos as well as videos, especially for like TikTok trends and things like that, you can definitely opt for that option as well. I'm just going to do videos and then I'm going to click next. Okay, so if you don't want to use CapCut, here are some alternative apps that I recommend, and that is InShot as well as VN, Adobe Rush as well as Video Leap. So when all of the footage is imported into your CapCut app, you can go ahead and click mute clip audio. That's on your left side, and that's going to mute all of your clips. So maybe if you have any background noise or something like that you don't want to incorporate, then you can unmute it. If you want to give like a little bit of an ASMR effect, it's kind of like very aesthetic with the sound, maybe if you're showering, pouring water or something like that, then I would suggest clicking on the clip and going to audio volume, and then maybe just upping the volume to around about like 66 to 75%. So the next step that you want to do is actually add your music or your song that you want to kind of like edit the video onto. If you want to know how to get like that trending songs in a third-party app, then please check out this video above. It's going to show you how to get on like the popular song list and how to get those trending songs on your video. I do recommend using trending sounds if you want to grow, but if you found a nice song that you kind of want to use, does not need to be popular or anything like that. Below your actual video clips, it says add audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that and say extracted, and then I'm going to click on the audio that I recorded. So the next step that you want to do now is actually like kind of like edit your clips according to the sound. You want to look through your footage, obviously see kind of like where you want to cut or your shots. So the first image is the coffee grounds falling, and I really like that kind of like slow motion effect that it's doing. Okay, so the coffee grounds are falling, and I kind of want it on this sound. Okay, so that's kind of like where I want the coffee grounds to fall, but I want it to like already be halfway in the cup. So I'm going to click on the clip. There's like a little white like label, I don't know what you call that. So I can literally just put my finger on and kind of like drag to shorten the clip, or you can click split. Click on the clip that I don't want and delete it. Okay, so where the audio changes from here, I want to show the coffee syrup next instead of that close-up of the coffee syrup. So what you can do is you can press and hold down onto your clip, and you can kind of move that around like so, and just kind of have a feel for where I want that. So I kind of like it when it's already dripping and not before. And let's see. So a great tip is to go, if you've edited a few clips together, go back, watch it from the beginning, see if it kind of like flows together, which is also really, really important. You want the content to flow together, especially with the sound. Okay, so that needs to be a bit quicker. So I'm just gonna crop that first one. Okay. Second clip, do exactly the same. Crop your video to what you want to show, which is also a very, very important tip that I can give you guys, is to show what you want to show. Don't drag it out too long, because that can kind of like have people click away if it's a little bit boring. So I would recommend keeping your clips as short as 0.5 seconds if you really have that very fast beat video, sound, whatever. And the longest clip that I would go for is 3 seconds max. Sometimes that even gets a little bit boring. So really kind of like choose what you want to show. So you can also use 2 fingers and drag the screen to kind of like open up, or like to increase the size of the clip. So you know, it's just so much easier for you to edit. So I'm going to click on the clip and I'm going to create, I'm going to drag it till it's like 1 full second and just see what that looks like. Yeah. So the next thing is the clip where I pour in the hot water. So you can see like at the beginning, there's nothing really happening. So we want to cut that because it's like dead space. There's nothing happening. There's no action. I want to show it where I'm already throwing the water. So keep it very short and sweet, nothing too much. We're going to do maybe like 1.5 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. Good. Yes. Okay. So the next shot again, dead space in front. And I kind of already want the milk to be in the cup, spreading around in the cup. So I'm going to click my clip, split, take the first one, delete. And I just want to get where I pour in another, you know, the milk again. So I just want to get that kind of like white, it looks almost like a cloud, kind of like spreading through the coffee. So right about there. Again, I'm just going to click on the clip, say split, take the first half, delete. And so you're going to repeat this action until you are happy with what you have. Just remember, keep the clips short and sweet. Show what you want to show. Don't drag it out too much. I kind of do want to add sound, like the original clip sound, to, you know, the video. So I'm just going to unmute. Very beautiful, very slow paced, really aesthetic, if I say so myself. A little tip that I have for you is to kind of, when your video is done, click on the sound and say split, delete the other half, click on the sound again, and then put in a fade, so a fade out. So it's going to give that really beautiful kind of like almost cinematic fade out. So this is the final project over here. I really, really love it. I think it looks beautiful. So if you want to see how I kind of film these aesthetic mini vlogs on my phone, I didn't do it on a camera, I did it all on my phone. If you want to see how I do that, please let me know down in the comments below. I also just want to mention that I do have a masterclass, the editing masterclass, where I go in depth on not just the editing part of, you know, creating content, but also, you know, how I film, things to look out for, mistakes to avoid, and things like that. So if you are interested and intrigued by that, leave me your email down below and I can reach out to you as well. And the next step is to obviously add your text, and CapCut is known for having the most aesthetic text alive. On the bottom it says text, add text. So there are templates that you can choose from, you know, training templates, animations, titles, even time telling, subtitles, like really like very cool alternative options, and then those very like kind of like aesthetic options as well. And then you can also kind of drag it onto the entirety of the video. Another thing that is very cool is that you can do text to speech. So if you wanted to add the text to speech, you know, outside of TikTok, because as far as I know, Instagram does not have text to speech yet. We will see when that comes out. You can click text to speech. Then there are various options.
Coffee time or aesthetical as eat it.
Okay. Then you can obviously opt for that. I'm just not going to do that. If you don't want to use the template, then you can add like your own text and just change the style. So some of the fonts that I really, really enjoy is New York, Marvin, Argue, Signature, and Vogue. Very beautiful aesthetic fonts to choose from. If you don't want a font, you can just click on the clip and say delete. If you want to kind of up the quality or decrease the quality of your video, you can click on the top right corner it says 1080p option, and then you can just change the resolution as well as the frame rate. Then when you look at the complete right top corner, you have exporting, and there you can see it's ready to share. So you can say other and scroll down and say save. So that's how I edit my aesthetic mini vlogs in CapCut for TikTok as well as Instagram. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you like this approach? And if you want to see more content creating videos, then watch this video next.